All right, guys, I'm going to share how I healed from my eczema. Started my day off with 32 ounces of lemon honey water, and then I took my B12, and then I took my liposomal C, and finally I drank 32 ounces of celery juice. I have been loving having apples for breakfast. It's so simple and easy to make. I just cut up a couple of apples and breakfast is done. Lunch is my powerful smoothie made of wild blueberries, raspberries, a banana, raw honey, barley grass juice powder, dose flakes, and a little bit of lime juice. Hi guys, and welcome back to another vlog of my medical medium lifestyle. And today I thought I would share what exactly I did or what I learned in order to heal from my eczema. And this one's, I'm going to just give you a Cliff Note version because I don't think I can cover or explain everything in detail. There's just not enough time, and I am not the source of this information, so I don't think I even am qualified to even correctly explain everything. But what I would like to do today is just sort of give a little Cliff Note version. Cliff Note, okay, you guys? So that means you guys need to go and do more research before even continuing or thinking that you could take what I shared today and that will be enough. Because you really need to understand every part of this in order to have a successful journey. And I don't want to mislead you, and I don't want you to think that this is my way and I created this. It's not. I took information that I read from Anthony, the medical medium. I found that I was in a space that I no longer had any options. So what he shared resonated with me. It spoke to me. I felt like he understood. He explained what exactly was happening in my body, and I put that information to use. Like, I applied it to my lifestyle, and the result of it is that I don't have eczema. I haven't had a breakout in a long time, a flare-up in a really long time. Does that mean that it's completely gone? You know what? I don't really know, but I would say that there's a possibility of it coming back in the future or having different flare-ups because I am still healing and not 100% healed yet. So there is that possibility, but I'm doing my best to remove all the factors that would cause an eczema flare-up. And that's why I said it could possibly happen. Would I get upset? Would I say doesn't work? Absolutely not. And so without further ado, let me just jump right in. So I'm going to leave links down below of information that I use to help me heal from eczema. And so according to Anthony William, the medical medium, eczema is the root cause of eczema starts from having a virus. Normally, it's the Epstein Barr Virus. Hence, that's what I have. And what happens is, in conjunction to having the virus, you also have to have copper in your body. You have to have those two factors. If you only just have the virus, you probably would less likely or not ever have eczema. So I just want to make that clear because this is really important. So having copper and the Epstein Barr virus together will give you a good possibility to get an eczema flare-up. So what happens is we can get copper passed on from our parents. We can get copper from eating things made in, with the metals, heated up in the metal pans or so. There's copper. Gosh, it's just like copper everywhere, actually. You could get copper in many different forms. But just in case you were wondering, like, how did it get there? So for me, it was passed on from my parents. I've had eczema ever since I was a baby. And I've had the Epstein Barr virus, I would say, quite young, when I was a baby as well. I had a super high fever, which is usually the first signs of having the Epstein Barr virus. When I was a child, I was rushed to the emergency room to treat a super high fever that was not related to any, like influenza or flu or anything like that. It's just I had a super high fever that wouldn't go away. And that's usually the first signs. Now, why was I not diagnosed with Epstein Barr virus? Tests these days aren't necessarily accurate or not advanced quite yet to test Epstein Barr virus in different areas of the body. Maybe they didn't even think about testing me for that at that time. If they did, they probably would have showed that I had it in my blood. But Epstein Barr virus travels and goes into organs, and once it hits the organs and stays dormant in there, it's pretty hard to find on tests, just to let you know. So how do I know I have it? I self-diagnosed myself because I felt comfortable after reading the medical medium books and learning about all the symptoms. It resided with me, and I was like, yes, this is what I have. So I'm not telling you to do it that way. I'm just sharing why I have decided to believe it, or to think that I have the Epstein Barr virus and all that stuff. Okay, so basically, the Epstein Barr virus feeds off of heavy metals and toxins, one of them being copper. And when it feeds off of copper, it gives off a byproduct or toxin, which is going to be referred to as a dermatoxin, because that toxin, when released, is released through your skin, and it's reacting in your skin layer, and that is why we have these flare-ups. That's what eczema stems from. Now, it's not about just going vegan. It's not about just going plant-based. It's not just the diet. Like, it's not a diet. It's more like the success to me healing from eczema is really understanding that whole concept, okay, that it stems from a virus, in my case, the Epstein Barr virus, and that it's feeding off the copper. And when it feeds off of that copper together, it releases a dermatoxin. So there's two parts that I had to take care of. One, I had to get rid of the Epstein Barr virus, and the second part is I had to get rid of the copper. So how did I do that? Well, I eat these 5 heavy metal detox foods in one day. You can put it all in a smoothie, or you can have them separately, as long as you do it within a 24-hour period. And those 5 are wild blueberries, barley grass juice powder, Atlantic dulse, Hawaiian spirulina, and cilantro. So having those 5 daily helped me to get rid of the copper. So I stopped its food source, plus eliminating the possibility of having the dermatoxin. The other part of it is I have been working really hard eating antiviral foods and supporting my immune system, which will help to fight off all of these viruses, as well as building my hydrochloric acid by drinking plain celery juice every morning. Hydrochloric acid is another defense system that will help you knock down these viruses. So those are the 2 parts that are super important in helping me to heal from eczema. Another third part of it is lowering my fats. Right now I'm doing no fat, but at a time period I had significantly lowered. And why is that so important? Because the liver needs to flush this all out. That's a place that the Epstein Barr virus can hide in is in the liver. And your liver is also really responsible for providing that hydrochloric acid as well. So the things about taking care of my liver is another super important part. You see like how there's all these different parts to healing, not just eating a certain lifestyle. It's about taking care of your immune system so you have a better chance to fight off these viruses. It's about getting rid of those heavy metals by eating those 5 foods in a day. It's about eating foods that are antiviral and really working on that, and also taking supplements that help your immune system, to boost it, to help your organs function better, your everything. Like that's the thing. It's like I try to stress so much to people that you have to read and educate yourself first before diving into this. And it's not about just eating vegan or plant-based. You have to keep it lower in fat, because that's going to help you to really push out everything. And I'm eating food specifically made to go and fight this virus. So take the time, read the links I've included in the description box down below, and really dive into it. First off, just read it first off, okay? Because it may not even make sense to you. You may be like, this is a whole bunch of bull crap. I don't know what she's talking about. I'm not here to fight or say that this is the best way, this is gonna guarantee do this, guarantee do that. I'm just here to share. I'm just sharing another option that was successful for me. It's really just putting knowledge and information in your hands. How you interpret it, how you want to include it in your life or not, is totally a choice for you. It's totally like, I'm not one of those that are coming here to argue that my way is better than your way sucks, or whatever. I'm not coming from a space like that. I just want to give an opportunity to those who have suffering with eczema, who have this believable itch that nothing satisfies it, who are sleeping in misery at night from scratching, they get restless sleep, who can't wear clothes because clothing that touches it irritates the skin, those who are depressed and just feel like they can't carry on in life because of their skin and what they're dealing with, and it's just like unbearable. That's the ones who I'm reaching, just to give you a sense of hope. That's it. I was able to do it. I believe everyone can do it. But I'm not here to argue any point or to say that one is better than the other. I just am giving you the slightest bit of hope. That's it. Because I believe that by doing this, you can heal. I do believe that. And the proof is literally my life. That's my proof for me. If you would like to look at it and sort of analyze, what am I doing? What has this person been doing because she's had some success? Then feel free to explore all my videos, explore my Instagram page. Feel free to explore and then make your decision. I don't want you to ever feel that I am pushing something on you or trying to sell something or trying to tell you that this is the way because it's better than every other way, or your way and what you're doing is wrong. Not anything like that. Just giving you information that maybe you can incorporate a little bit more into your life or your healing journey, and just let you know that it's possible to heal. It really is possible to heal. And that, my friends, is how I healed from my eczema. Dinner was just these little potato pizza crusts topped with some spinach and some tomatoes, a little bit of basil, and portobello mushrooms. Well, that's it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.